Hello, I'm Richard England and I'm from Reflex Arc, but I'm going to be representing REK today to talk about this robot project that I've been building with them. So, this is the story of how a small team with initially no robotics background went from this, the complete unknown, to this, a working and entertaining setup for VR piloted fighting robots. So, the first rule of Robot Fight Club is that I'm absolutely going to talk about Robot Fight Club. But first, a little bit of background as to how this came to be. So here's a quick flavour of a few things that I've been working on in recent years, from helping David Hockney create his immersive art at scale on his iPad, to VR scouting for virtual production on a Marvel film, amongst other things, to games with purpose, to corporate training and immersive accessibility consultancy, to shared immersive theatrical spaces. So the common thread is solving problems for non-gaming sectors with games technology. So last year, we did this R&D piece using an iPhone's camera to make Kinect-like fitness games. And it was actually this last project that led into this current work, after my client decided to pivot into robots, humanoid robots, no less. And he set up this new company, REK, to pursue it. So, in January this year, this story really begins with a Unitree H1 robot turning up in its box at my client's place in LA. So it had minimal documentation, mostly in Chinese, and a massive price tag. So goal one was quite simply to get it out of the box and turned on without breaking it. So from there, we set about understanding the base modes and terminology. So out of the box, it had some inbuilt functionality for very basic moving, getting it standing, getting it walking, and so on. So we had to learn the order of safely doing things. So even getting here involved lots of humility, going back and forth, and plenty of hard work. And teamwork and communication was very important, as I, personally, was working on this 100% remotely from here in the UK, with the robots being 5,000 miles away, so no pressure. So in order to make the robots move in a suitable way, we had to delve into the various ways of making custom movements and of controlling them and of programming them. So long story short, we tried teleoperation to make a robot version of Fruit Ninja. Enough said. So looking back, this one's particularly terrifying, knowing what could have gone wrong. As we found out later, I'll get to that in a few slides. So we tried importing elements of robot sim files into mixed reality, so we could show a virtual robot alongside the real robot and have it copy your motions. We also did quite a lot of work trying to use teleop to get the robots to copy punches, which turned out to be very challenging in many ways that I don't have the time to get into now. And we also did some edgy experiments in the name of theatre with the larger robot. And this robot is nearly 6 foot tall, so it can be particularly terrifying, even from 5,000 miles away. So, yeah. We had a moment when we tried running a trained policy and the robot went berserk. So this one in particular illustrates the need for how a lot of safety measures and how badly things can go wrong. Top comedy though. So thankfully nothing was broken, believe it or not, and no one hurt. So here's where we got it working. So this was ultimately a hybrid approach of the various techniques. And this tends to work best for this particular use. So in this case, this person is triggering different pre-trained punch policies rather than the robot copying her teleop style. So doing it this way, we found that the move looks a lot better and more entertaining than we could achieve with pure teleop. And the robot retains balance. And this is just a quick video to show what the fighters see in a mixed reality headset. So it's a mixed reality view with a UI to trigger motion, And we've found that the biggest issues so far have been to the end-to-end latency, that is, the time it takes from throwing a punch to the robot punching it. So we've done quite a lot of work to improve that, even since this video. And this is where it landed with the first actual event back in September. So 2 robots, a live crowd, VR pilots, essentially, and it seemed to garner a lot of interest, and we got great crowd engagement. So lots of improvements on the list from doing these events. And this, well, there's loads of things we've learned, but in a nutshell, we're effectively 11 months into Robot University, so I didn't know anything about robots going into this project. So definitely not an expert, but we've explored, and we've tested, and we've worked things out, and one thing's becoming very apparent is that it's very entertaining, and that safety is also paramount with these things, especially the larger one. So what's next? Well, currently the USA team are touring America, and with each show, we're trying to show a new feature or improvement, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you very much.